YouTubers posting their L's, buy the same token is increasing their prices, and Rogue versus Caught Off Guard. These are some of the things we're going to cover in this week's Reddit reply. Let's go check it out. All right, so first thing, really fast. This is from one day ago recording, and I'm recording on a Thursday. So by Friday, this might be like happening, like as you do this. So hopefully, as you watch this video, you can quickly go to buy the same token and buy some stuff if you're interested in it, because it is getting near price increase time. They say within the next 48 hours, there's going to be a substantial increase to many of their built items. Is like the player boards and like the villain board and all that stuff. I don't think it's just Marvel Champions. It was posted in the Marvel Champions Discord, but I don't think it's just Marvel Champions. It might be everything. I don't really know. Buy the same token's been pretty consistent with their prices for most of their boards and stuff, so it kind of makes sense it would go up at some point. So this is a quick, FYI, if you're interested in their stuff, maybe now's the time to grab it before the price increase. But they didn't say their tokens would go up yet. So if you're just looking at regular tokens, they didn't say those would go up yet. Probably sometime down the road they will, but as of right now, you're good. Also, really quick, just in case you want to see, the prices haven't gone up yet, and in case you're like comparing later on from this video, this board is $118.16 or 118 pounds and 16 pence. I don't know how the English currency system works, but that's what it is. That one's 76. The starter token set 76.67, right? So that just gives you a rough idea of the first three on the Marvel Champions page, what they are, in case you're like, hey, did it go up yet? I don't really know. Let me go check. So that's the prices as of recording this video, and the price increase has not happened yet. Next up, have you tried solo four-handed gameplay? Thought about trying to run an entire team through some games. Any of you tried it? And yeah, somebody ran on fumes the last few hours. They said it was a lot. A couple people tried it. They've done three-handed. Some really talk about how great two-handed is. For this person, four-handed solo is their main gameplay. And like, the default mode. Shout out to all these people, man. I can't do it. I have a hard enough time running one hero without making like so many mistakes that I'd be so afraid of making mistakes constantly. Especially with several heroes. I don't know. I could never do it. So it's kind of wanting to ask the community here, do you all play like pure solo, two-handed, three-handed? Do you play four-handed solo? Like, is that a common thing? Is there a larger group of people that do that I don't know about? And it kind of makes sense. Like, it's fun looking at some of these heroes, how, you do have four aspects, so four players would make the most sense. It just seems like that'd be so much work for four-handed, but let me know if you do it. It'd be pretty interesting to see. Videos for YouTube channel only upload wins. Was curious on people's takes on this. I've started recording playthroughs of Marvel Champions, and the thought crossed my mind that it would be better to only upload W's, or if I should just upload every playthrough. Part of me thinks it'd be far more entertaining in a view to only see playthroughs that are successful, as watching something that goes on potentially for 30-40 minutes only for it to end in defeat. That might seem like a letdown. What are your thoughts? And people kind of were back and forth on this. Some people wanted both. Actually, I think almost everyone wanted both. There was only like a couple people I was like, oh no, I only like wins, or I only like losses. For me personally, I show both. I mean, I show both. It doesn't make a difference to me. Because I consider myself a very average player, so it would make sense that 50% of my stuff is wins and 50% of the stuff is losses. So I pretty much show everything, unless it's like a really embarrassing loss. I don't tend to show that as much. But that's how I've always done videos. And as a YouTuber, I don't know if anyone's really interested in this stuff, but as a YouTuber, like stat wise, if you're looking to get into like streaming this stuff or making videos, there's almost no difference in my videos from like wins or losses, right? You look through my playthrough videos and you can even see it with the view counts yourself. Like they're the same, and they don't like immediately dip for the next playthrough, right? So it's not like, oh man, I had a loss, and then the next playthrough video is like way worse because everyone's like, well, I don't want to watch this guy. Like, it's pretty consistently slowly going up as more people join the channel. So I think just from very anecdotal, single factor analysis of looking at things, it's just me and my channel I'm looking at through. And for me, I post L's all the time. I post W's, and it doesn't seem to bother people. And plus, when I lose, I tend to reflect more on the loss. So like, I'll spend some time talking about it, especially on stream. They're like, if I just did this and this and this instead, I think that's more useful than when I get a win. I'm not thinking about how I can get a better win. I'm just happy I got a win. So like, there's less of me analyzing things for wins and losses. So personally, I like uploading both, but do whatever you want for your channel. But if you're a YouTuber, you're thinking about getting YouTuber, and you're worried about like negative perception, as far as my stats go, like it doesn't make a difference. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. Rogue versus Caught Off Guard. Can touch upgrade be discarded to satisfy the Caught Off Guard effect? I realize touch is not permanent, but since it doesn't actually go into the discard pile, can it be discarded? Thanks. So Caught Off Guard, for those that don't know, it's stated, when revealed, discard an upgrade or support you control. If no cards were discarded this way, this card gains Surge. And touch is an upgrade, and it's just basically it has the lines for what it actually does. And Rogue herself has a force response after the player phase begins. Find touch and set it aside. As easy as that. And then as an action, you can put touch on anything. So yes, you can discard touch because it is an upgrade. That's all you have to do, right? Discard an upgrade or support you control. You control this card. You just discard it. You get rid of it, and then you during your phase will get it right back with how it works. So it would satisfy this, which is pretty interesting and pretty cool. It makes Rogue a little unique and different in this regard. So I know there's a few people that were kind of curious about that interaction. That's how it works. So you can get around Caught Off Guard with Rogue and touched pretty easily. Just noticed, Rhodes may shuffle all signature cards back in his deck. So this is the alter ego side. Choose a War Machine card in your discard pile and shuffle it back in your deck. It's an action, and I didn't really see anyone bring this up in the beginning here, which is interesting. They started talking about other things. This is not the case. You actually can't do this. It's an error. So this is from Hall of Heroes ruling, and Caleb ruled on this, and somebody asked, does James Rhodes' alter ego ability have a limit? Yes, it's meant to be once per phase. So it's not, you can't exploit it, right? That's not how that works. It's an error that's made, which is kind of crazy that this is like what, the third cycle of the game, and they were making errors like that still, kind of basic ones. So stinks, but yeah, you can't do it. But it'd be nice if you could, because I'd probably play War Machine more because it'd make him like really good. Actually, I should try to play that way. I bet you'd make him really, really good. That'd be interesting. Does anyone play that way? I'm kind of interested how that worked out. Anyone else have a cursed hero in their runs? For this person, they have a cursed time with War Machine. It's just they get terrible card draw and all this fun stuff. So I do. I have a cursed hero and a cursed deck, I would say, to be fair. My cursed hero is generally Spider-Man, which really stinks because I love Spider-Man. I really enjoy Spider-Man comics and the movies and all of that. I can't do well with him. Like, no matter how hard I try, it seems like I am failing with Spider-Man every single time. I build a deck against his strengths, or with his going with his strengths, he fails. I build a deck against his weaknesses, he still fails. I build a Will Warrior deck, he still fails. I try out of the box ideas, he still fails. Like, I cannot get him to work the way I want. Like, now and again, I get a decent game with him in. But this is why, like, on my tier list, he keeps dropping because I just get so frustrated with Spider-Man that I want to love the hero. I love the hero's IP, and I just can't get him to work. And so maybe it's something I experiment with more in the future or something. I don't know. But it's a frustrating hero for me. And yeah, I kind of feel this person. As far as a cursed deck, for me, it's the encounter deck. I will draw shadows and or caught off guard every single time. It's bonkers at this point how much I draw those cards. It's basically I'm just memeing myself at this point because it's gotten embarrassing. So I guess that's always kind of cursed for me. It's weird when it doesn't happen. Let's put it that way. It's weird when one of those cards doesn't get drawn. I hope you enjoyed this week's Reddit reply. I appreciate you all taking time to watch these videos. Honestly, I don't think I really say enough, but everyone that watches these videos and hangs out with me on live stream, either here or on Twitch, I greatly appreciate it. It means a lot, and it's really, really cool. We recently did a 12-hour stream, which is amazing because the community really helped support me to get to that point. And I'm thinking in the future we might do a 24-hour stream. But it's gonna be a little different in how we do that. So that will be something to look forward to coming up. But if you have made it this far in this video, do me a huge favor, make sure to hit the like button, hit subscribe, all that fun stuff. And if you want to watch last week's Reddit reply, it's right here. I talk about Hulk. Is it worth buying Hulk? And I cover a lot of different things, but one of the main questions was, is it worth buying Hulk? I guess let's just spoil the video. Yes, it's worth buying Hulk. You should absolutely buy Hulk. Why would you not buy Hulk? I mean, he's arguably one of the best heroes in the game. He's so much fun. He's so incredibly talented. I really love Hulk. He's one of the best things that's ever happened to this game, really.